Welcome back, guys, to Theology and History Uncovered. Today, I will be showing you my books, the books that I read, and the books that I have collected here. So, let's get into it. First one up is, let's start from the bottom. It's the Orthodox Study Bible. Yeah, got it here. I got it for like a year. Yeah. Here's a King James Bible, one of my first Bibles. So yeah, it's pretty nice, leather print and all. Now we got two Catholic commentaries, one on the Gospel of Luke and the Gospel of Matthew. Here is a French Bible made by a poet. It makes it sound more poetic. Now, here's a King James Bible commentary by Nelson's print. Here's a book I got on philosophy for like $5. Here's a book about the Vatican in the Vatican's influence in America. Here's Misrepresenting Jesus. It's a book on textual criticism. It responds to Ehrman's arguments. So yeah, and here we have Where There Is Love, There Is God by Mother Teresa. So yeah, happy I got her book. I'm happy I got it. Here's a book I don't know really much about. I just have it lying around. It's The Secret Life of the Unborn Child. It's basically something to prepare you for being a father. So yeah, I just have that laying around. Here is a book in French. It's in English it would be The Man Who Became God. So yeah. The reason why I have so many books in French is because that is my original native language. So yeah. Now there's 2 volumes of Sahih Muslim. Both of them I read. I have 7 volumes of these, but those are just the one that I have completed and annotated. So here's a French book on prayers. Yeah, here is Can We Recover the Original Text of the New Testament by David Allen Black. Here is another big book I found. It's the story of Edgar Soteli. I haven't read it, but I just know it's a man who gets lost he was blind and gets lost in the forest with 3 dogs. Only 3 dogs to guide him. Here is Night Shift by Stephen King. I haven't read it. Here's the And the Mountains Echoed by Khaled Hosseini. I haven't read that. And Jack Reacher by him. And Jack Reacher 2. I haven't read him. And here's a dictionary of biblical theology in French. It's a very old book. It's one of the oldest books I have. Here is Capturing Cold Kid Christianity. I have read that one, and it's pretty nice. And then we have The Spy Who Came from the Cold. I haven't read that. It's just another old book. Now we got the Text of the New Testament. I have read this one. I love Kurt Aland for his work on the New Testament, and I believe it's really brilliant. Here's a biography of Muhammad the Prophet. It's made by Robert Spencer, who's a bit critical of it. And then there's The Historical Reliability of the Gospels by Craig L. Blomberg. And then there's the Quran, as we all know it. And then there's Saint Basil on the Procession of the Holy Spirit. That was back then when I was Orthodox. I was an Orthodox inquirer. Now I'm Catholic. And here's St. Augustine's The Confessions. I have read that book. I love St. Augustine. He's a really good philosopher, and you should definitely check it out. Now, and then there's the Septuagint by Douglas Woodward. It just argues that Septuagint has better readings than the Masoretic text. Here is a book about how the Masoretes corrupted the Old Testament. I do disagree with him, but it's still interesting. Then there's the King James Bible with the French New Testament. Then there's Can We Trust the Gospels by Peter J. William. I have read that one. It's pretty nice. Then we have Textual Criticism of the Hebrew Bible by Emmanuel Tov. It's definitely interesting, and yeah. Here's a copy of Sahih Muslim by with the commentary of Imam al-Nawawi. Just interesting. It's good to have commentary on it. So yeah, to better understand the hadith and the history. Then there's a student's guide to textual criticism of the Bible. It majorly focuses on the Hebrew Bible and not so much on the New Testament, but it is nice. Then we have New Testament Textual Analysis by James Edward Knapp. Definitely an interesting read. It's one of the usual. He's more of a less known textual critic, but he's really knowledgeable, and I definitely recommend it to all of you. Then there's Prayers for Orthodox Christians, because I used to be Orthodox. Then there's The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel. I haven't seen the movie, but it is definitely a good read. And here's A Lie Told Often Enough to Become the Truth, Unveiling the Deception of Islam. That's just a small book. It doesn't have a very good argument, so I definitely don't recommend it. But yeah. Then there's Can We Trust the Gospel Now by Mark D. Roberts. It started off as a internet blog, but it became a book after. So yeah. Here is a very old French New Testament. It belonged to my dad. Then there's The Deception of Allah by Christian Prince. It is kind of interesting, and it does bring good arguments, I believe. Then there's another French New Testament, and then there's A Concise Guide of the Catholic Church. I believe that is made by a Baptist, or I know it's a Protestant who does it. Now we have Lexham Method series. It's textual criticism of the Bible. It goes over New Testament and Old Testament. It is my first book on textual criticism, which I have studied thoroughly. I have read it 4 or 5 times. But yeah, here is my first English Bible. It is a KJV. It was $8. So now continuing on to the next books. This is Answering Islam, Refuting and Answering Muslim Arguments Against Christianity. It's okay, but not the best. Yeah. And now we have Creating the Quran by Shoemaker. It's a historical critical study. It's okay, but it does have some bias. It does have some bias over some things. Now, moving on to the last row, I have another old French New Testament, the Dead Sea Scrolls Bible. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a Bible written before Jesus and what Jesus would have likely read. Another King James Bible. This one is a little bit more beat up on the edges here, but it's okay. Now we got the Selected Writings of Thomas Aquinas. Yeah, I've read this one time, but I'm definitely gonna be reading it again. it was very interesting and very nice. I do recommend this. I really love Penguin Classics. They are really good publishers. Then there's another French New Testament, and then there's Forged by Dr. Ehrman. Even though he's critical of the faith, it's still really important to study all aspects of scholarship, so I definitely recommend, but it's not for the people who are easily stressed. Then we got Marcus Aurelius, the Meditations. It's a quick book because most of it are notes. It's like 123 pages of the text, and 123 pages that there will be the meditations, and the rest, like 200 other pages, will be notes. Now that's a book when I was young, don't mind it, I just put it there because to fit the spaces. And then there's two wide margins, Westcott and Hort's Greek New Testament, just a basic New Testament for people who study textual criticism. Then there's Refuting Islam, A Patriot's Guide. This one is not really good. It just goes over the basic arguments and stuff. Then there's the Selected Writings and on the Holy Spirit and with Letters and Philosius by Saint Basil. Then there's Martin Zling, biography of Muhammad. And yeah, that's only the library here. But I do have more things in these things, in these chests and all. These ones are the ones I am actually reading right now. This is my Bible collection, and this is my book chest where I keep those I haven't read. Here's Dan Brown's Da Vinci Code. Yeah, classic read. Another French New Testament, and a French guide on the Order of Mary. Yeah, definitely interesting. Now we have the rest of the volumes of Sahih Muslim. The Historical Jesus by Habermas. Plato, the Republic. Under there I have Sahih Muslim and the Talmud. Yeah. And continuing on to Bible chest. Here we got Bibles, as you can see. And then here's the books I'm reading right now. There's Catechism of the Catholic Church, of course. Another French New Testament. The Gospel of Mark by another Catholic commentary on the Gospel of Mark. Jesus Under Fire. It's by Modern Scholarship Reinvents the Historical Jesus. It's a book defending the historical Jesus of the Gospels. The Quran, another Quran. I have some pages highlighted. Yeah. And then there's Quran and Science in Depth. Another Quran. I'm studying other translations. It's good. Then we have Sahih Bukhari in one volume. Then we got a book I have had for a while. It's On the Reliability of the Old Testament by K.A. Kitchum. It argues with archaeology, which is an interesting field. Got Rebooting all the way under here. I got Rebooting the Bible, number 2. This one faces on archaeology and stuff. And yeah. Here's Michael Crichton's The Lost World. Yeah, good book. Where we have the third volume of Sahih Muslim that I'm reading currently. Got Conversations of Socrates by Xenophon, another Penguin classic. Grant R. Jeffries' Jesus the Great Debate. It's a book I got for free. It's really nice. Another Quran. This one is the Clear Quran. It's only English edition. Got two Torahs, one who's in English and the other in French. Then we got St. Augustine's City of God. I'm reading this one currently. I'm about like 400 pages in. And finally we have the Summa Theologica complete in a single volume. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.